Shamai, I am just about off for a Ukulele rehearsal and I'm leaving Richard with a task. I'm really hoping he at least makes a start on it, and then we'll see how he's done when I get home. Right, see you later. Right, I'm back from my Ukulele rehearsal and I'm just taking a little look to see what Richard got up to. So basically his task was to clear this corner of the garden and level it out. And I think he's done a pretty good job, to be perfectly honest. Fair play to him. You are, there's some of his tools and some of the rubbish that came out of there. So I've come down to what was our conservatory. Can't really be called a conservatory anymore. We no longer have a glass ceiling in here. We've got a proper plastered roof, which makes the room so much more usable. It's warm in here now, don't get me wrong, and it is boiling out there today, but hopefully in the winter as well, it's not going to be so cold, and more importantly, it is not going to leak like it used to. So I've got something I've got to put together to go into that area in the garden. So I've purposely not shown the picture. You can probably read what's on the actual box. I got a birthday coming up later on this week. And when Rich asked me a little while ago what I fancied for my birthday, I didn't say ukulele or bass, or in fact, anything related music-wise. I said one of these. So, let's just get some of the bits out of the box to start with. Don't worry, I will tell you what it is. Hello, Idris. Right, that's everything out of the box. We don't need instructions. Actually, we probably do. Right, so what am I about to build? It is described as a no-dig nature pool. In other words, it's a nature pond. One. Now, look at which way round it goes. There we go. Right, these just clip together then. So, why do I want a nature pond? Well, I love feeding the birds. I love all sorts of things in the garden, but especially seeing the wildlife. So anything we can do to encourage more wildlife, and what I'm really hoping is maybe get some frogs, some newts. I know we've got frogs because I've seen them in the garden before and we don't have a pond at the minute. But newts maybe, more insects, ladybirds, that kind of thing. We have dragonflies quite often as well. So yeah, anything. And for the birds, I don't know, maybe give the hedgehog a little oasis. Dead simple, clips go in and then you just bang them together. Felix! Hello, come here. Psst, 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 psst. Felix! What are you doing?
After much huffing and puffing and the pond panels not playing the game, Rachel realised she would indeed have to call on Richard's expert help. A few minutes of sarcastic remarks later and doggy help from Idris, the pond was complete.
No, don't lick my sweaty face. I think that's it, sweetie. Right, let's go. Idris, you helping? Need two of us. This is when I get shouted at because I didn't measure correctly. Now I'm quietly confident. So obviously we haven't had to do any digging or anything for this, and it can be moved around as well. So, is that a paddling pool for an Idris? No, it is not. Cool. Oh, there's a nice space in the back for a pot now, isn't there? Good plan. Right, so Rich has dug a little hole in the corner. We're just going to put one plant in behind it. This one, don't ask me what the Latin name is, but it's, well, popular name is river mist, and it is very often found by rivers. As you can see, we've got a lovely big fern. This grows back every year here. So that's going in there.
I know, I've got a level again.
Why have you got a level again?
Because I've been kneading it like I'm in holes.
Oh, but that looks good.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Cool. Right, so the pond is in place. Richard has put a plant in the back of it. Let me just turn that round a bit more for you. So that's where we're at the minute. So now I've got, it's not the liner's the rubbery plastic bit. This bit, I don't know what it's called. What's it called, Rich? Protector. And this just goes on the floor. It's just in case there's anything sharp, but this is on top of sand. So we're just gonna carefully lay it by there. There we are. Do you want to inspect? Is that okay?
Flat, lovely.
Do you want to do the liner while I go and wash gravel?
Okay.
Holes in the top, clip over the hooks down by there.
Rubber.
You said that when you watched a video earlier. You said, I can smell the rubber. It was a video, sweetheart.
Yeah, smell-o-vision. Look at it. Looking good. Oh, stuffing it already. Yeah. Looking good. Now, the ladders and ramps. See how they go together. It's in 3 pieces. And I think there.
Oh, is that the wildlife step?
That's the wildlife step.
So frogs and things can get in
Yes.
and things can get out as well. Cool.
We're going to make a little bug hotel outfit.
Oh, right, okay. Right, they're ready to go in. A few more of those, I think.
I think there's enough in there.
Thank you.
I believe
When
he's putting water in next.
Right, okay, so I think we've got to bring it up to roughly there. So we start filling with a hose pipe.
You're going to fill it and then
Okay.
you put stuff in and...
And then the frogs come,
Do they?
and the tadpoles and the
Put enough
newts.
in.
Okay.
We're happy with its positioning from the walls, etc.
Yeah, it's lush. Right, are you ready for the first water? Yeah. We know this is tap water going in, as much as I genuinely would have loved to have put rainwater in. We haven't any rain, not for quite a while, and our water butt was empty. So, let's leave that like that for a minute. There's no fish or anything going in there, and the lady in the aquatics shop assured us it would be all right to put some plants in there, and she said after a few days anyway it would be all right for animals. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fill that up. I am going to get some plants ready. Have a look what's going to go in that corner down there. Cool. Right, I want to put some bigger stones in as well. Possibly to put plants on, possibly just to give little creatures a place to live. And these are coming from our garden, but they've got a little bit of soil on them. Okay. So rearranging, now obviously yes the water's gone a bit cloudy and there's bits of muck in there, and I've washed the gravel but there's still going to be a little bit coming off that. But I'm trying to work out now where to put some of the plants. Hello Felix, at what point do you jump in the pond, Boot? Plenty of dark spaces for various creatures to go, that's the idea. It's not meant to look pretty. If you go in there now and you muck the pond up, there's going to be a row, proper. Go on. Yes? Is it cover? It's just covering the bottom over there.
Can we put some plants in?
Okay. So, water in. I'm going to leave that set while I get some plants ready. Richard's going to have a little bug hotel.
I'm going to sit in the dump now where you've been trying to wash things.
Right, so I've got some plants. We've never ever done this before, but they've got different zones of height of water. So the ones I'm about to put in they could technically sit on the bottom, but they're not that massively big. So I'm going to put some pots in and hopefully manage to, we'll see now, sit them on there. So we put one by there. Let's see, I don't know if this is going to work. And then the basket, in theory, just sits. Ooh, I don't know, we'll see now. Right, first plants are in, sweetie, do you want to come and look? This will help weight it down a bit as well, I think. I want to be able to tell you what these plants are, but it didn't say, it just said mixed. We're going to finish putting plants in here now, and then we will come back in a day or so, maybe when I've done a little bit out the front of the pond and the water has settled, but more plants for now. Right, we've got an iris. I don't know, I'm not convinced by that one, but it's in. Here it is, the zebra reed, that's what I'm going to call it.
Looking good.
So Rich is taking a well-deserved break, a minute. And there we go, there is our nature pond after, I'd say, a couple of hours work, not having a clue what we are doing. I think I'm going to probably have to move some of those plants around a little bit, but there we are. You can see the step up, you can see the little bug hotel behind there. We've got our new plant right in the background, an iris. I don't know what's in there altogether. I will do my homework. I love that sort of spirally corkscrew one, and then a little sort of zebra reed kind of thing down there. Mustn't forget the one little floating lettuce. Right, I've just had a row because when I just told you Richard was on a well-deserved rest, what were you doing, sweetie?
I was building the fountain.
I'm sorry, I forgot. There is one more job we are going to do right now. Put the fountain on. It comes with a solar fountain, so you don't need power or anything out here at all. Little bit of gravel in a net at the bottom. The point of the gravel is to stop the fountain moving around, because imagine if the fountain goes to the edge of the pond, it could literally drain the pond. Cool. And a little water fountain, which is pathetic because there's absolutely no sun now. The sun's gone way down, but yeah, it's still just a little bit. Hopefully we'll be able to hear running water tomorrow. But yeah, we've got a solar fountain in our new nature pond. Right, catch up with you guys in the next couple of days, show you where we're at.
A few days later.
Idris, what are you doing? I hope you haven't just had a pee, but there now. I know. There we have the new pond. So we're about a week and a half since you saw us last. In other words, when we put the pond together, filled it up with water and put those first few plants in. Now, I did put a few other plants in a few days after that. I just didn't film it. I just didn't think, sorry. I'll show you those in a minute. And I'll show you where we're at. But today's job is I've got a couple of plants, hang on, around the bottom, which are still in their pots. I'm going to see if I can get those planted in. Right, so the pond itself. The sun has gone in. It's absolutely typical. Okay, there's a bit of a reflection on there, but our little water fountain, the solar fountain, is working. There's hardly any sun at the minute. When it is quite sunny on there, that goes quite high. Then we've got those plants at the back. They were the ones we put in initially. I'm going to whiz round for a second. And then there's the iris and the sort of, I think it's some kind of zebra rush. I'm not sure about those two in terms of where to plant them. I may put this one in the ground outside, I'm not sure. So hopefully you can see that's actually quite clear, the water in there now. So what else have I added? Okay, we've got that, I think, don't ask me the proper name, fibre optic plant. All right, and that sort of goes underwater as well, because over this side, you can just see that one starting to pop up through the water. It's the same plant. Now that, when I planted it a week ago, okay, 7 days, that was way under the water, a couple of centimetres. Then we've got another, I don't know what these are called. I wish I did. I really should. And then we also got a water lily. This is a pygmy water lily because this pond isn't very deep. Hello, Felix. You've come to join in the fun, have you? I know the fountain is squirting a bit, isn't it? I know. Underneath there are some oxygenating plants. I really ought to know what these are called. I just went into the shop and said, what do I need? We have got our one, let me put it over there, little water lettuce, which seems to have cat fur on that. As far as I am aware, we have not had, oh, he's running away. We have not had any animals fall in yet. What else is in here? Oh, right over there. You can just see those reddish brown, they are floating plants as well. So today's job now is just plant up round the outside. There's a big ornamental grass in a pot up there. I'm going to leave that there for now. Whether we plant it in or not, I don't know, but I need Richard to help me with that one. But these hopefully are going to get in the ground. The bees are loving the lavender. There's another ornamental grass there, and let's just see if I can actually show you what is already living in the pond. Hopefully you can see if I show you above where the stairs are. There are tiny, tiny little larvae things. So yeah, you can see them all over there as well. I have tried to find out what exactly they are. I haven't succeeded yet. If you know what they are, leave it in the comment for me. So yeah, I'm pretty happy, to be honest. A week and a half or 10 days after we first put it all up. Right, hopefully these are all going to go in quite easily, but I'm going to do a speedy uppy. What do you think? What you got in you? Come here, come here. What do you think though? Have we done an okay job? So I gotta say, I'm quite happy with that little job. I ended up not putting the lavender in. I actually read labels and I thought a couple of the grasses were okay and shady. They're not, they need to be in full sun, hence why I've moved things around a little bit. And just to show, there is very little sun now. There's a bee buzzing around. Yeah, we've got a pathetic little fountain at the minute, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because suddenly now we have got some nice plants going around the outside. I'm still not convinced with this Zebrinus, Macanthus, or something like that anyway. We were told, oh yeah, it goes in the pond, but looking at the labels and things, I'm not so sure. And then we've got a nice ornamental grass. Buzzy bees, love that one. And then a nice blue grass in the end. And I'm going to have a little think, what can go in that corner, because it's quite shady. And for a week and a half after we actually put the pond together, I'm really, really happy with it. So that was my birthday present this year, a nature no-dig pond, trying to encourage wildlife and stuff into the garden. And it really was very, very simple to do. No digging involved. Well, you've seen how we put it together and things. So just in case anybody is interested, this isn't sponsored or anything like this at all. It is, and I'll put it on the screen, the Blagdon Liberty No Dig Wildlife Pond. Just do a search for Blagdon No Dig. You'll find it soon enough. Cost wise about £200. That includes the solar fountain and things as well, and the little climb up and climb down for the frogs and other animals. Richard said the other day, what are you going to do if you find a floating hedgehog? I was like, done. Right. But yeah, 200 quid for everything. Okay, I reckon probably about 60, maybe £70 for plants. Now we've had to stock, you know, we haven't had a pond before, so everything that's in the pond we've had to get, and we've bought a couple of extras. They were quite cheap actually over the local nursery. But yeah, no digging and really simple. You could easily put it all together in an afternoon, plant things up, leave it a few days for it to clear, week and a half later, and we're looking like this at the minute. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this goes over the next few weeks, months, then we're into the winter, what will happen next spring. So that's our new nature pond. I think it's going to be really good fun to see how it evolves over the weeks, months, maybe even years. If you've enjoyed seeing this and us building it, please give us a like. It makes such a massive difference to new channels like this. Leave a comment. I love reading them. I'm just rubbish at replying to them. And don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss out on new videos. Thank you for watching.